Hey, welcome back. So you just shot your very best match ever in F class and you want to retain that information to commemorate your achievement. Or you want to be able to send your performance numbers to your coach to get some feedback on perhaps opportunities to get better. Or you want to evaluate the performance of your rifle. These are all worthy goals and things that you should be looking to do if you want to get better at shooting F class. Well, the electronic targets, especially the shot markers, make it very easy to capture that data so that you can use it later for any of those purposes. Let's take a look at how to do that. We're going to go in and we're going to grab some data in spreadsheet format because that's the best information to take off of a shot marker for evaluation later. So we go in the upper left corner and click this globe and battery symbol. And now slide down here and click on Export CSV. This is going to give us a comma-separated values file, which is readable in a lot of different formats. I like to read it in a spreadsheet. Using Microsoft Excel, I can do all kinds of calculations, torture those numbers extensively, and suss out the information that I really want from the data so that I can evaluate it in an effective way. Once we've clicked on Export CSV, it's going to ask us whether we want it for the day, the week, the month, the year, or all time. This is an important selection. If you are done shooting the match for the day, just click day. Just take today's data. It's going to give you not only everything you shot, but everything everybody else shot. That's going to be a bit of data, and it's going to give you an opportunity to compare your performance to other people's. Now, if you missed last month's or last year's match, you can click all time and filter that through on your own computer. If you feel like it, it's going to be a lot of data. It's totally up to you. So let's just click day, but this day button is going to give us the last day that shots were fired on the target. If today's that match day, you're going to get everything you need from today's match. Now on an iPad, it asks if you want to download this data. Of course, you're going to say download it because you want that information. Once it's done downloading, you can even open it in your iPad to verify the data is there. It opens in numbers, but it really doesn't matter which particular program you're using. You just want to look at the data and make sure you got it. It's going to give you the name of each relay, the name applied at the end of the relay, and it's going to tell you a lot of other information that you need. For instance, which target it was on. And it's going to tell you exactly what time each and every shot was fired. This is very important information if you're comparing your performance to another shooter's in order to get better at your wind calls. Because timing of shots is just as important as anything else in your wind calling. Now, there's additional information in here if you want to evaluate maybe the performance of your rifle. There is the X position, which is the left-right position of each and every shot. It's measured in millimeters, inches, and minutes of angle. No matter which format you want it in, it's right there in the data. Next is the Y position, the up and down. Once again, measured in millimeters, inches, or minutes of angle. Whatever you care to look at, it's in this file. You can do all kinds of magic in your spreadsheet program to figure out things that you didn't know how to figure out otherwise. Last but not least, it gives you the estimated velocity for the impact of the shot. Now, realizing this is not a high-resolution velocity, but a relatively low-resolution guesstimate of the velocity, it could be informational if something weird happened, like a crossfire. Right next to that information is the information about the input, pitch, and yaw of the shot. In other words, where did the shot come from into the target? Now, these numbers are a little spacey as well, I found, but they can tell you if somebody crossfired 10 targets into yours. Last but not least, there's a quality value here. I don't know how to read it or how to use it, but it does tell you what the quality of the reading was. In other words, did all the microphones pick it up? Did they get a good solid signal, and did all the signals compare favorably? Back over here to the far left, the time. Let's talk about how to use time effectively in order to understand what's going on. You realize that if you let a barrel cool while you're waiting for the wind, you're likely to get an errant shot vertically. They tend to go high. Most barrels do. Some go low, but the vast majority go up when you let the barrel cool a little bit for about 2 to 3 minutes. If you let it cool a little longer, it comes back down to where it was. But if you shoot this shot during that 3-minute or so period, it's going to be high. And then the next one's going to come down a little, and then the third one's going to go right back where they were before. So be aware that if you take a hot barrel and stop, you're likely to get a little vertical deviation on the next shot. If you have a shot that deviated vertically after a wait, you're going to see that in the data because you're going to see this long period of time between shots and a vertical deviation associated with it. That's how you map out how your rifle behaves when you allow the barrel to cool some. might be helpful if you're trying to get the very best out of your rifle. So this is a very short lesson on how to get the information that you need in order to take advantage of it. Now, you may want to send this information to your coach. My patrons send me information all the time, and I can evaluate it and look to see what was going on at the moment they were shooting, to see if we can identify what's causing some of the deviations from center that they see when they're shooting matches. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Until next time, shoot straight. Grab your data when you're done shooting, and I'll see you in the next video.